How do you break an extended fast? Well, we have the perfect model here today, and Keith just finished a 10-day fast, so we're going to share what you ate to break that fast. But before we do that, why would we be concerned about this?
Yeah, so I am just a monkey here, with all this testing. But so I did a 10-day fast, and most of you have probably followed that. So for 10 days, I had no solid food going in, not much of anything coming out. So, and that's kind of the whole point of that, is that I wasn't sure how reintroducing solid foods into my digestive tract, how my body was going to handle that. I didn't want to be in a situation where, I was going to have disaster pants, as Tim Ferriss calls it,
Right, and we could probably talk about that as our day went on. Not that happened, but
no, it did not. It did not happen.
So what we based our decision on, what food to reintroduce, was on Dr. Jason Fung's book, along with Jimmy Moore,
Yeah.
The Complete Fasting Diet. And what they recommend was having a small snack and then waiting 30 to 60 minutes and then having a full meal. And one of the things that they had mentioned was nuts, about a quarter cup to a third of a cup of nuts. They also mentioned you could have vegetables with like a little bit of olive oil or vinegar on them. Maybe a little bit of meat, talking about maybe like 100 to 150 calories worth, just to see how your body is going to handle these things. What we decided on was this omega-3 mix from Harvest. It's not necessarily something that we're really recommending for a keto. It would fit into a low-carb diet, but it does have a fair amount of carbohydrates in it.
It's got 12 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat, and 3 grams of protein. It's 150 calories. So, I mean, I think it's fine for low carb. Maybe it's a little bit too high in carbs for somebody to routinely have on a keto diet. But, 10 days of no eating, this seemed like a pretty good mix to kind of reintroduce to my system and see how I was going to tolerate it.
Right. And so you broke your fast actually on the Friday night. So it was literally 10 days to the hour.
Right. I had stopped eating. My last meal was on the evening of the 1st, right? The New Year's Day. New Year's night, yeah. And so I broke it on the evening of the 10th day, which was Friday, the 11th. And one of the reasons that we did that, initially I was going to try and push it till Saturday around noon, because we decided to take that day, head out of town. We were going to drive up about an hour and a half, 2 hours to Penn State University to see a hockey game. But upon further evaluation of that, we thought, well, what if I have something to eat before we go, and then we're in the car for an hour and a half, and something really bad happened. So we decided that I'd reached that 10-day mark. I'd pretty much had it. I mean, I just wasn't feeling super great, as I've discussed. So the 10-day mark was Friday night. I broke it with this. It really had zero problems. And then once we got up to State College, where the university is, we had lunch up there, and I had a nice salad up there, a chef salad. And really had no problems reintroducing food.
Right. And I would add that you really didn't have any problem, or you didn't seem to, with tremendous cravings or anything like that. We really ate very, very well while we were up there.
Yeah. No, so, we didn't go, I didn't feel like I needed to have a cheat day.
Yeah.
Any of those type of things. Pretty much stayed, keto. We kind of figured out how to do that going out to eat. There's always some way to do it.
Yeah.
And we maintained that on our short trip up there.
Yeah. And I would just add, one of the things from Dr. Fung's book was that he said, after an extended fast, just pretend it didn't happen. Just go into your next day like it's an ordinary day of eating. So that's maybe a good takeaway.
Yeah, I wish I could do that and pretend it didn't happen.
It's a lot easier for me to say
Yeah.
than maybe
Yeah.
for you, but
I'm still kind of thinking, what the heck was I thinking? But,
well, yeah, that's a fair thought.
Yeah.
I've had that thought as well. So, hey, all right, so that's hopefully some information for you if you are doing an extended fast. If you are, please do it under a doctor's supervision. Be smart. You don't want to do something that is going to harm your health, so just be smart. But if that is your path, then I hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe, and we'll see you back here in a week or so.
see you next week.
How do you break a fast after it's been extended? How do you
Either
break?
way.
How do you break an extended fast? How do you break an extended fast? Well, we have the perfect model here.